Hello, and welcome to Devlog number 12. This is Zach from Slugfest Studios, and today I'll be just talking about the weather system, the compass system, and a few other things. But as a friendly reminder, make sure to join the Discord, it's in the link below, and wishlist on Steam, also in the link below, and subscribe for more weekly content. Let's jump into it. So the first thing that I wanted to make was a turn compass. So I wanted something where you can see the current turn, then you can see the next turn, what's going to happen, and then the second turn, third turn, and then fourth turn. So I made this turn compass that goes on the top of screen. It's always going to be at the top of the screen. This will tell events that happen, weather conditions that may happen, a boss that comes up. So right now, the far left side is current turn. So right now, and that's a weather icon, it would say that there's a weather hazard that's about to happen on that current turn. So I have it where that left side is always the current turn, and then after that's the turn that's coming up, and these icons will slowly start to slide left. So this is just a visual representation of what these icons could look like. You have something on your current turn, the first turn, second turn, and then the third turn. So right there you have a trade this turn, a quest the next turn, a weather event the second turn, and then a boss the fourth turn. And I went over some kind of like a lot of testing, seeing how the icons would look. And I definitely have to fix or adjust, I would have to say, adjust a lot of where the icons go. But that's like if there was 5 icons, which that's kind of crazy if there's 5 things happening in a turn. Normally you're only really going to see maybe like 2 things. So you might see like a trade event and then like a quest event happen on the same turn, or like a boss event and then like a weather event happen on the same turn. So most normally, like you're going to only see like 2 icons per turn. There might be some crazy conditions where you do see 5 icons, because I did make one for the weather, the boss, a mystery, a trading, and then a quest. I think that's 5. But yeah, and then so what I wanted to do was I added a UI where you can pretty much hover over these diamonds in the compass, and it will actually show current turn, next turn, second turn. So it will actually show, and you can hover over those. And now the next thing that I wanted to add was a weather UI. So now that we have the turn condition and it shows the boss is coming up this turn, which is actually accurate, so the boss will actually happen this turn, I wanted to add a weather UI. So now I wanted to add biomes in the game, and what these biomes do is they have a favored species, so that favored species will always be 2 different species. So plains does nothing. So that's pretty much, you think of this biome, it's kind of a throwaway biome. There's no weather conditions that can happen on plains. There's no favored species. If a weather condition did have the favored species, they would get a +1 to health. So think of this, if it was a tundra biome, all undead and spirits get +1 health. The weather hazard would be a blizzard, where it damages all non-undead and non-spirits on the map when that weather hazard happens. So that weather hazard will actually go down the map, or the turn compass will actually show up, and then it will damage all units. So this is another thing that's added to the game, is biomes and weather hazards. Also, when that blizzard will occur, it will reduce the speed of a lot of creatures. So this is actually me showing where I created a lot of the tile maps. So when this new biome loads in, I actually want to have it stamp different tile maps, so it actually shows it's actually accurate. You know, when that volcanic happens, these volcanic tiles will plop down. So I added 3 different tiles for every single biome. There's 6 different biomes, 7 if you include the plains. And now it is time to show off one of those biomes spawning. So biome and weather conditions can only spawn after you defeat a castle. You always start on that plains. Now this one is a grasslands. So I defeated the first castle, so now I'm on castle defeated 1. This new biome, it picks from the 6 random biomes and even the plains, but that's at a lower percentage. So you might have a default biome. It will pick a random biome. And this has to have like a lot of tweaking. What I want is I want the stamp to feel more fluid. I want it to feel like it stamps over into the last biome. And it kind of has like a lot of offset where it looks like it's kind of like the new biome's peeling over into the old biome. This is another one. So this is the volcanic. This is how it would look. Those trees will obviously not be there. But what I did was I can actually spawn in certain objects too. When this spawns in, it can cycle through 30 different game objects. So I'm going to be like that volcanic map. I'll actually add volcanoes. I'll add, you know, tiny little, like yellow little bushes that are dead. I can add certain things like this. And this is I think a blood marsh. So this is like the swamp where I think werewolves might get powered up. And it's kind of cool. You can add a lot of things. Now, this next thing that I'm working on is actually for the relic UI. So I went through a lot of the relic UIs. I didn't like the solid black background or anything that was just a white box. I wanted to add a UI to those. So I went back through. So I touched up this press space to begin. This is kind of like the game telling you if it's the enemy turn, if it's your turn, you know, starting the game. I touched up that a lot. I went through, I made it look a lot better. I added shading to it. And there's just a few UIs that I touched up after I added that weather system in the game. And I touched up the lane 1, lane 2, and lane 3. It's kind of hard to see, but it's like a slight touch up. So I just made it where like it has these little spikes around it, and it actually has colors. Now you can't really see the colors, you can kind of see them, but I just added a little thing. I didn't like the plain white box. So I'm kind of just going over all the UI that I added. So this is the relic screen. Now obviously that I made the outside a little too small. I gotta actually double this. So this outside border, I'm gonna have to go through and make it a little bit bigger. I just want it a little bit more noticeable, but I don't want it taking over the screen, so it's hard. That X button in the top right, I redid that. I just had literally the letter X on a button, on a white button. So I just went through, I made a basic X button. And that is it for devlog number 12. Now, I will be doing like shorter format style videos. I want to shoot for anywhere from 6 to 9 minutes. I think that's a good quality length of time to kind of just like compact everything that I have. I don't want to be on a topic for too long, and this is kind of the whole point of this is to kind of just showcase my game and then give you mechanics, but I don't want to stay on those mechanics for too long. Give you like just a little sneak peek of what I'm adding. Also, I'm kind of in the nitty-gritty of doing bug fixes, and I don't want to showcase those in my videos. As a friendly reminder, make sure to join the Discord, wishlist on Steam, search for Bonebound, and subscribe for more weekly content. And always remember, skeletons don't mind snowstorms. Hard to get frostbite when you're already bone white. Thanks for watching.